everybody. My name is Belle and I'm 12 years old. Today I will be reading for you about Kenya. Table of contents. In the page 4, where is it? Then it's people, land, history, animals, conclusion, and grocery. And now get started in this book. Where it is. Kenya is a country in Africa that lies along the equator, midway between the North Pole and the South Pole. Because it's close to the equator, the temperature doesn't change much with the seasons. Some seasons have more rain than others though, and the mountains are cooler than the lowlands. Kenya borders 5 other countries: Tanzania, Uganda, South Sudan, Ethiopia, and Somalia. The southern edge of Kenya is on the Indian Ocean. The capital of city of Kenya is Nairobi. It began at a simple railway station but has grown into a large city of more than 3 million people. Nairobi is the center of industry in Kenya, where raw materials are collected and made into products in factories. Nairobi factories make goods such as clothing and furniture, along with processed foods such as bread and corn meal. Because Nairobi location near East Africa farmlands, crop yields raw materials do not have to travel far to the food processing factories. Nairobi National Park, a large game reserve, is located just a few kilometers outside the capital. Visitors to the park can see lions, giraffes, and other mammals in addition to reptiles and birds. Kenya has many hotels for tourists who visit the country, but one hotel very close to Nairobi is a little different. A giraffe manor. Girls can eat breakfast and dinner next to giraffes. The area around the hotel is sanctuary for a rare species of Islamic animal. People. More than 45 million people live in Kenya, and the population includes more than 30 African tribes. Almost all Kenyans have African ancestry and speak the language of their tribe. A very small number of people have ancestry from Europe, Asia, or the Middle East. Almost all Kenyans speak one or both of the national language, English and Swahili. Many Kenyans enjoy watching and playing football, which is also called soccer. Many famous runners have come from Kenya. Kenyan runners have competed in international races and have won gold medals at the Olympic Games. Some Kenyans also play ball, a game with golden ball that has cups while holding sticks or stars. And maybe you don't know that ball in Swahili is mean the bird. So the big bird, yeah. While more Kenyans are moving to cities, most Kenyans still live in the countryside, where they farm to make a living. They grow food to feed their families and grow other crops to sell, such as tea, coffee, corn, sweet potatoes, and wheat. Said with Kenya. Cotton is grown in Kenya and is used to make kangas, a type of large, colorful cloth. Women wear kangas as shawls, headscarves, and skirts. A woman might also use kanga to carry her children. Many kangas have a proverb or saying on them, such as "He who digs a square gets inside." And here's the woman with kanga. Land. A western part of Kenya contains highlands that are divided by the Great Rift Valley. This valley is 4,000 miles, 6,437 kilometers straight in earth crust. It is about 50 to 3,000 kilometers, 130 kilometers, 80 to 18 30 to 18 miles wide, and its floor contains lakes, volcanoes, and deserts. The walls of the valley and cliffs create escarpments that rise as high as 2,700 meters, 9,000 feet above the floor. The highlands are one of two areas that receive enough rain for farming, so most Kenya's people live there. Most Mount Kenya is a highland is the highest mountain in the country. Kenya coastal lowlands are also receive enough rain for farming, white sand beaches and mangrove forests line up the coast. Mombasa, an important part of East Africa, sits in natural harbor. Farmers grow coconuts and cashews in this area of the country. Kenya has desert areas in the north where few tribes herd sheep and goats. At the western edge of deserts in Lake Turkana, where fossils of earliest humans have been discovered. Kenya is famous for its savanna, found in the areas west and east of the highlands. In grassland, the savanna large herds of wild beasts, zebras, wild gazelles, and other animal graze. Grasses grow as tall as 1.5 meters, 5 feet. Thorny flat-top acacia trees dot the landscape. History. While some of the earliest humans left the region that is now Kenya to settle in other areas, those remained not interact much with the rest of the world until traders came from China, India, and the Middle East. In late 1400s, people from Europe arrived in Kenya. In 1920, Kenya became a colony of British Empire. The British gave much of the land in Kenya to white people from Great Britain and South Africa, which made native Kenyans angry. In 1952, Kenyans began to push for freedom from the British. By 1963, the country was free from British rule. For a few decades, the President of Kenya had a great deal of power, and there was only one political party. Many Kenyans want to have more of voice in how the country was run. Kenya passed a new constitution in 2010 that gave the president less power and the people more power. Animals. Kenya is famous for its wildlife, and some of its animals are very rare. To protect them, Kenya has set aside more than 50 parks and reserves. Every year, millions of tourists go on safari to see animals at orchards, lions, leopards, zebras, hippos, gazelles, and elephants. Two kinds of elephants live in Kenya. The forest elephants live in highlands rainforests, while the savanna elephants live in many environments, including deserts. Kenya also has two kinds of rhinos. They are called the white rhino and the black rhino, but both are actually gray. The white rhino is large and square-lipped. Rhinos do not see well, but they have keen sense on hearing and smell, even though they are very heavy. About 3,600 kilograms, 8,000 pounds. They can run as fast as 45 kilometers, 28 miles per hour. Zebras and other grazing animals fill the Kenya savanna. One of the most amazing sights in all of Africa is migration of wildebeest and zebras. Every year, about 1.5 million wildebeest and 300,000 zebras travel over 1,600 kilometers, 1,000 miles from Tanzania's Serengeti plain to Kenya's savanna to find food and water. The trade is difficult and dangerous. About 250,000 wildebeest don't survive. Along the way, lions, leopards, cheetahs, hunters, and wild dogs follow the herds, hunting for easy prey. One of the most dangerous parts of the migration is crossing the Mara River. Rivers shoot at the Mara and also home to hippopotamus. These animals may look harmless, but they actually cause more human deaths in Africa than land do. They are aggressive, territorial, and animals whose huge teeth make them deadly. Goodbye, and thank you for listening to me. Let's go for part 2 to listen more. Goodbye.